In this video, I'm going to explain how to outsource, manage, and find editors to make sure you can actually find editors in your niche, outsource, how to treat them, and overall just how to scale up your channel to make more money with editors. Let's get into it. So first things first, when you guys are trying to find editors, you need to make sure that you are running your business as a business, all right? Because at the end of the day, our YouTube automation, it is a business. We outsource work and then we pay people for this outsourced work. So we use money for this outsourced work to make us more money. We're basically spending money to make money, right? And at the end of the day, that's what a business is. If you spend money to make money, that is a business, all right? So how should we be treating our editors in order to actually make sure they're getting the best results we can, right? So it's my philosophy that if you run a business, you need to be able to know every single step of every process of your business, okay? So if you are running, for example, a cake business, you need to know how to cook the cake, how to sell the cake, how to decorate the cake, how to market for the cake, and how to actually run everyone else who has every single job in your cake business, all right? So if you are running a business in general, for example, you guys, you're running YouTube channels, you need to be able to know how to outsource for editors, how to edit videos, how to actually push your videos out, how to be able to package your videos, how to be able to ideation for your videos. All these things are very important. And if you don't know how to do these things, you can't just give money to your editor and say, hey, do this for me, all right? Because you are actually in a symbiotic relationship with your editor. You're not their boss, okay? You are their mentor. So treat your editor as you are their mentor, okay? Because I'm going to be honest, guys, a lot of editors, they're not very good at understanding instructions unless they're very, very talented, which is hard to come by. So treat your editors like you are their mentor. It's okay to give them second chances. It's okay to give them third chances. It's okay to give them fourth, not really. Don't give them fourth chances, all right? But if you guys treat your editors as you are teaching them, rather than just to expect them on what to do, you will have a much better relationship and have much higher quality videos because you are the expert, right? Just like I'm the expert teaching you guys are the expert teaching your editors, all right? So I always treat my editors like a mentor. Make sure when you have editors, all right, if you are paying them too much, it's just going to be not good later, right? Because I've had editors before that have overcharged me and then they've underdelivered. And it's okay to get rid of editors. I'm not saying stick with the same editor forever. Before you guys get into this really bad relationship with an editor, you guys need to have a good relationship with your editors. Okay, now it's very important that you guys know every single step in actually creating a YouTube video yourself, which is why I recommend everyone here, before you outsource to editors, learn how to edit yourself and learn how to actually make a good video. Because have you contracted editors? Yes, I have. Because if you don't know how to make a good video, your editors won't know how to either. All right. So you also need to be able to use a Loom. Now, this is actually what I'm recording on right now. This software, Loom. I use Loom to record basically all my videos for my editors because Loom allows you to be able to, make links and then you can send these links to your editors. And this is really great because if something's wrong, I can just show them real quick, send them a quick link, and then you can teach them that way. All right. Now, if an editor is not being very friendly to you, let's say he's like saying, hey, you asked it for this way, you're going to get it this way. I'd recommend just not working with them. Okay. Because your editor also needs to be nice to you as well. You can't be nice to your editor and your editor can't be mean to you. How to actually outsource editors. So when you are outsourcing editors, I recommend outsourcing from third world countries like, for example, India or Pakistan or Egypt, Ethiopia. All these countries are low GDP countries that you can pay less for editors, all right, which is true, all right? You can pay less for editors, but you can also get very high quality work, all right? Now, I know that may sound immoral to some of you guys. It is true. This is how the world works, all right? There's a lot of countries that you can pay less for and still have really good editors. Now, in my opinion, I always treat my editors as they're American, so I always pay them to the best that I can, all right? So make sure that you guys are finding your editors in third world countries because it's just going to be easier to outsource. Now, also, I recommend having at least 4K of cash flow with a monetized channel before you hop into editors. Like you should have 4 to like 6K of like good cash flow because I like spending 50% of my money I make to editors because now we're going to go into the next part, which is what I really want to talk about is scaling because editors can help you scale so quickly, right? If you can have editors, you can basically 5x the amount of work you're putting out. Like let's say right now you guys are uploading 1 video per day right now. With an editor, you can upload 5 videos per day, which is 5 times the work, right? videos per day, which is also going to give you anywhere from 3 to 5x the results, depending on what your niche is, how good your editor is, and there's a lot of other factors like your trust score and everything else. But if you are making good money, let's say you're making like anywhere from $4,000 to $6,000 a month from YouTube automation, and you're uploading one video, this is how we scale channels to like $20,000, $30,000 a month, right? This is exactly what I do, because once I have editors in place, we can scale channels really quickly. And here, I'm going to go to the next part about how we actually get managers for these editors, okay? So once you start doing this, it's pretty easy to scale, and then you can start making cash flow pretty quickly. One thing you guys need to make sure of is make sure your editors are following the TOS correctly, all right? Because it's very easy to get striked because editors get lazy sometimes. So you just need to make sure that you guys are following TOS carefully. So make sure your editors know the TOS, know what's okay, not know what's not okay. And if they mess up, you need to tell them, all right? Because if you get banned, right, because your editor screwed up, that is not your editor's fault. It is your fault for not paying attention to the videos they're uploading, all right? Now, eventually, you want to get to the point where you have managers who can manage the videos for you, right? And then when you have managers who can manage the videos for you, then you don't even need to look at them. Like, I don't look at my videos anymore when they upload them. I have managers who look at them for me. Now, how do I actually find and outsource managers, right? Because I've gotten this question a lot. Like, okay, hey, you run 36 channels. I heard you have 6 managers, and then you have 112 editors. So what's going on? All right, so here's what I do. When I find a manager, most of my managers were actually previous editors of mine that I've mentored so much, they understand the game very well. For example, if I had a couple Roblox channels, right, and all of these Roblox channels were kind of edited by one person, I actually make this person a manager on my channel because he knows every single thing. He knows the TOS, he knows how to make good videos, and I outsource him to be able to find other editors for me. And usually experienced, very high quality editors have lots of connections who can also start their own agencies. So these managers are almost like their own agencies that, work for me underneath every single one of my niches for every single channel, okay? So I basically promote my editors, exactly, my top editors to manager positions, and then I pay them 50-50 splits with all my channels because they do a lot of work for me, right? They're probably working like 6-7 hours a day. So you guys need to make sure that, if you do find a good editor, this is why I like treating them like I am in a business relationship with them. I treat these people like they're going to be my employees in the future, all right? So this is why I like treating my editors like very friendly. Yeah, okay. Someone asked in the chat just now, Tony said, should I have one editor make all my videos? Example, 7 days might be too many videos and quality may drop. No? Yes. So I like having 3 editors per channel, 2 to 3. If it's a very high quality editor, I know that's their job, so they're not going to bail out. If it's a lower quality editor, I like having 2 to 3 extra in the backup. Because, for example, let's say your editor, gets into an accident and they're in a hospital for a couple of days. There goes all the engine and fuel for your channel, just dead. And as you guys know, because our trust score works so precisely, if you miss a day, let's say you have 1, 2, 3, and then you miss 4, and then you have 5, your analytics will look like this. Bam. Right? So this is what happens when you miss day 4. So this is why I recommend you guys do not miss a day and have multiple editors. Okay? Because having multiple editors is very important. How many editors do you spread across 36 channels? If I'm going to be straight with you, it fluctuates because my managers do that for me. The last time I checked, it was 112 editors. So we have we have like 4 editors sometimes per channel because we upload sometimes like 5 times per day. But I don't know what it is now. I need to check it with all my managers and add it up. And also, another thing, since we're talking about managers, I know you guys are wondering, like, how do I manage these managers? How do I communicate with them? I'm going to be honest, guys. I don't even talk to them that frequently. They only talk to me if there's a problem. Like, for example, like they say, like, hey, the channel's performing bad, and I'm doing everything you're saying, and I've listened to all of our steps. I follow the trust score. Something's not going right? So I go back in the channel. I look at everything. I look at the niche, and I'm like, okay, well, all our competitors are dying too. Roblox rant niche is going down. That's kind of what I see it as. All right. So this is what I do to manage my editors, manage my time, and to be able to just make sure all the videos are pushed out correctly. Do I schedule videos? I always schedule my videos. All right. I always schedule my videos. The one time that I really actually take a look at my channels is if something's going wrong with the YouTube terms of service. Like, for example, with the mass YouTube AI ban that was happening, I had to look at like 600 videos across all my channels. I added it up. It was like around 600 videos in the past 2 weeks. And I had to like look at every single video. Like, I don't know if you guys noticed, I haven't uploaded the past couple days. I've been reviewing videos nonstop to make sure my channels don't get termed. Because if my channels get termed, I lose a lot of like channels that are connected. Right? So this is why like it's important to be able to review channels at a very quick pace. Because if you don't know how to review channels very quickly, you can get like screwed up big time. A lot of these editors that I'm working for, they were base editors that I started working at in the beginning of my like content creation career. They scaled up with me, and now each one of them has their own agency. You know what I mean? So like, they want their own businesses too. Everyone wants to make money, right? Your editors aren't just little slaves that can do work for you. They're real people who want to have real income. So you need to give them those opportunities, but you need to teach them how to do that first. How much do you pay at the start? It just depends on the video. So like anywhere from like 15 to 35. How much is the mentorship? You can apply and talk to my team, and you can talk about it with them. How do you manage multiple channels? Like, do you create multiple channels underneath one Gmail? I think we just talked about this, bro. But yes, I have everything underneath one Gmail. But what I do, guys, as well, as you know, you can transfer ownerships to different Gmails. So some of my bigger channels have actually transferred to different Gmails and different LLCs to minimize the risk of me losing everything. Because some of my bigger channels are making like $20,000 to $30,000 a month. So I open second and third LLCs and then I buy digital boxes, right? And then what I do from there is I have a digital address underneath the LLC, and then I open the LLC for some of my bigger accounts just to minimize the risk of me getting banned. How do you verify YouTube channel phone numbers? I have a lot of phones, bro. I used to do it with my parents' phones, but I've got a lot of phones now. So where do I actually find my editors? Because finding talent is pretty difficult. Now, usually what I do is I actually, I'm going to share with you guys, I used to just burn through editors. I would like go to every single editor Discord server. I would join it. I'd be like, hey guys, does anyone have editors I can use? I would have a ton of DMs and I would filter through every single one of them through their portfolios. And then I would pay them $15 and then I would get a crappy edit. And I would go through another editor. I'd pay them $50, get another crappy edit. And I would just keep going over and over again until I found a good editor. Yeah, I'm going to be sharing you guys. That's like the best way to do it. You can't just like randomly find a good editor. Just like hiring people for a company. If you want to have a good company, you need to go through a lot of hires. For example, Sam, the co-owner of School, who's also owned by Alex Ramosi, he went through like 600 developers before. No wait, 600 or 50? I don't remember. He went through a lot of developers before he even found someone to even develop his software for him. So like, I actually just go through tons of channels. Now, great question, Riley. Will that kill your channel? Well, that's why I have a test channel where I upload these videos too. So I have this really warm age channel called my test channel, and I basically upload different content on it every single day. And I just see if the analytics even get pushed out a little bit. Because even if you're using a channel that's pushing out different niches, I have test channels that I can test to see if the videos will get pushed out anyway. All right? So yeah. You basically got to RNG with editors and pull a legendary. That's basically what I do. And what you can do as well is you send them different clips to see who can work with what, you know? But this is what I do, all right? And I know this sounds like a lot, but like when you're talking to an editor for the first time, say, hey, I'll pay you $15, $10 for the first edit. If it's good, then we can work long term. Someone asked earlier about contracting editors as well. What I used to do is I used to put them on payment plans. So I'd pay them like $500 a month for 30 videos or something like that. A little thing. But like, listen, if you don't have money to spend on an editor, delete your message, please. Because I don't want to waste my time messaging you guys. And then you guys don't have money for editors. And then I'm wasting my time and your time. But I want to help you guys out. All right? But if you don't have money for editors, don't ask for editors yet. Can someone with no experience get into the mentorship? It really just depends on what your goal is. That's why I recommend talking to my team. If my team thinks you're a good fit, you can get into the program. All right? But it just depends. Of course, you know, it's not going to be free, but you can still talk to them anyway about it and see if they'll let you in. Bro, what about the music deals? Music deals are cooked, bro. You're like a month behind on that. Music deals are gone, bro. Music deals are gone, guys. They've been gone for a very long time. Yeah. I mean, if you have special contacts, you can get into some very specific music deals, but no, yeah, music deals are cooked, bro. How do you know a channel's dead when you have 0 views on all your channels? All right, guys, I got a call with Inner Circle. How do you contact the team? How do I contact your team? Go to hashtag mentorship and you can contact me there. I know it says mentorship, but you can also contact my team through the same Discord channel. All right, guys. I'm going to catch you guys later, all right? I hope this was helpful. Was this helpful for you guys? Yes or no's in the chat? Awesome, guys. All right, I'm super happy you guys appreciated it. All right. I'll catch you guys later, all right? We're going to do a call with Inner Circle now. All right, bye, guys. Love you guys. All right, see you guys later. We're posting this on YouTube. Will this be on YouTube? Yes. Say hi to YouTube if you want to be on YouTube. Hi, YouTube. All right, see you guys later.